Hey you guys, this is tiredg0th and you are watching the Academia Gothica tiredg0th Reacts Cartomancy series. This is for entertainment purposes only and 18 plus. I'm using a regular deck of cards to do some cartomancy reads for you. Yeah, so let's tap into the energy. Let's just pull one card to see what's going on. I'm finally getting settled in. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's amazing. It has been the coolest, wildest, seriously, most intense ride ever. And I hope this is enjoyable for you. Okay, so the energy that's coming out is a mental prison that some people are in right now. I'm getting I don't know, weird, feeling captive vibes. I don't know if this is for the high vibing collective. My guess is it's not. Let's get a prayer here. It's before we do anything. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, Most High God, I would like to thank you so much for your precedence over our lives and for another blessed day in your kingdom. I would like to know if we could use your energy here with your blessing to decipher messages and create clarity and discernment for people who are attempting to follow in your footsteps day by day, not just by faith, but also with your wisdom. Most High God, if you are able to impart any type of wisdom or clues to your tests for us here, then we would be so grateful. And if there are any warnings or messages that need to come out in order to assert your will in fate for us and to assure us where it is that we need assurance, I would be so grateful if you and the archangels, Archangel Umabel, Archangel Hamael, Archangel Cabniel, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Hanael, and who else is trying to come through? Some of the Ophanim, who are our infinite guardians, if you would be. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for your presence here and for your guardianship. I am so eternally grateful. I pray that you continue to bless and protect us as you already have. We are so grateful for your presence, Most High God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so let's get a high vibing message here. No fluff, no mess, just, yeah, I'm getting 8 of Wands in reverse. It wants to come out reverse. It looks the same right side up, but I'm intuiting reverse. 8 of Wands reverse. I'm hearing shelter. Some people are finding their home in things, like in people, with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom, rushing to find a safe place. I'm getting for some energy here. I'm not sure who that's for. Let's get a general reading, but with some focus here. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I got the whole message in 3 cards. So the 8 of Wands in reverse, the the Knight of Pentacles, and also the Fool in reverse. I'm getting the energy that someone did something that they knew, they were warned, right? Like they were given a warning that it was not going to work out well for them. And they did it anyway, and now they're scrambling for some sort of stability and help because, it was something about housing. It was something about, specifically a home, right? Literally. I heard swap. Someone was trying to swap a destiny, possibly, swap energy, swap identities. And it blew up in their face. That's so scary. Oh my goodness. I really hope that whoever did that is praying to God. I heard there's no way out. Oh my goodness gracious. That sounds very demonic. There is a King of Pentacles upright and a 2 of Swords. I want to say that this was a helpful energy. There's a person here who is combating something in order to create a stalemate to protect someone, which is nice. That's pretty decent energy. I don't feel like, yeah, this is apart from that problematic energy, which is good. There's a stalemate in place, and a King of Pentacles is also a helpful energy here. So that could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It could also be their Mercury sign since it's an action thing. I'm getting that I got that a Capricorn. There's a Capricorn sign that I just got a download about. Sorry, my eyelash is bothering me. There's a Capricorn sign here that got away from something that was literally like entrapping them. I heard desperate, crying for help, left abandoned, and was saved. So that's amazing. Capricorn woman was treated that way. Wow. Okay. For whoever that resonates for, glad that you made it out of that. That sounds really painful. Yeah, I'm getting 6 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and 10 of Cups. This person went through hell, literally, and came out victorious. The 9 of Wands tells me that they're approaching like some sort of a completion of a goal, or at least they were in the process of like approaching that, and now they have a 10 of Cups as a result of it. They did a lot of work. Like, okay, I just want to clarify. The 9 of Wands is the energy of like pre-retirement energy, like getting so many things done that it's like you're just about ready to wrap it up. And it's not just for like new phases in life, it's literally like getting ready to wrap up some final pieces so that you can literally like chill, like drop your bags and chill kind of energy, which is so nice for this person's energy, because like it is what they went through was literally like hell on earth. And let's see, I'm also getting that there's a sense of like not feeling like you can truly convey. If this is an energy that's resonating for anyone, there's a sense of giving grace by not fully conveying how you feel, because it's like there's balance taking place here. I'm getting that the sense of balance necessary, yeah, with the 9 of Pentacles in the upright somewhere in the deck that wanted to come out. There's a sense of balance being maintained, not because it's like, you know, yeah, this is the Ace of Swords truth that's trying to come out to represent what I'm about to say with the Ace of Pentacles in the back. The energy is not a sense of censorship per se, but it's a sense of withdrawal from overreacting. And I say that because where some people would overreact instead of listening and really tuning into the situation to understand it, there's a collective here that is being called possibly to refrain from jumping to conclusions about something just because they're there to hear or learn something from the circumstance. They're there to observe the circumstance with empathy. Emphasis on empathy here. And I say that because there are things from a person's past that are encouraging empathy and rushing, but it's a trauma. It's a trauma response. It's not. There could be a collective here that's dealing with some circumstances where a lot of people's regression is coming out, and it's not fair, really, to their healing process and you as a supportive person to jump to a conclusion where your assertion of things would be expected to be understood for what it is. It's not that. They wouldn't understand it because they're healing. So you're being called to be, to sort of shoulder a burden that's not really a burden. It's like shouldering what you know is like stoic in nature. It's tolerance of one's need to shed things that hurt them so that they can heal. So I'm getting that sense from the energy. It's not malicious. It's not angry. It is reserved and it is a little tense, but it's giving me like the type of strength that a doctor would have while a person is screaming in pain after a surgery. And like they dropped like their soup cup on their leg or something like that. It's just, like aggravated kind of healing through it vibes. But it's temporary, which is the emphasis here. Like, if you're gonna get upset about anything, don't get upset about something temporary that you can like wait out. It'll be okay. What else do we have here? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what I'm doing, if you like my readings, if you like my content and you've been following me, do like, share, and subscribe. And definitely give me those super shiny, what is it? The super shiny, what is it called? The hype points. If you see the hype point option on any of my things, please give them to me, because I want to get on a leaderboard and do what I like to do. So give me those points. I deserve them. I love you. So, yeah. Here's another thing though. There's a Queen of Swords here, possibly a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Heard star sign, so it could be a sun sign that's going through a lot of loss and pride here, having to choose where their next outcome is going to take them. Seven of Cups energy following all of this is like going from a situation that's super comfortable. Yeah, I'm getting Two of Cups here though. This could have been a relationship that you or someone you know or someone that you were close with knew that is resonating with, like, how do I say it? Resonating with really deep depression and choices that are difficult to make for them because of the stage of the life that they're in compared to how, yeah, compared to how they were already living. They were living really comfortably and possibly had to choose to leave that comfort, or maybe they didn't have a choice to leave that comfort and now they're like suffering because they have to go back to toiling for something they need. Yeah, Six of Swords. The person in question here is not the person moving to calmer waters, but they're trying to find a way to, and I'm hearing that, wow, for them it's in reverse, but for the person I heard that they had gone after in order to swap information, destinies, and whatever it was, identities, literally like obtaining someone's identity and trying to be them. This is what we have here. We have a circumstance where they can't move to calmer waters, but the person they did this to was able to. And that is a blessing, because if you know anything about having to move to calmer waters and what the act really entails, it is literally having to pack up and go. Emotionally, physically, psychically. You literally have to collect everything that you know of in the front of you, in your face, and just scoop it up into a bag and say, okay, I'm out. You get no closure, you get no like substance from the other person or party. You just kind of have to pick up and keep going. Very like, it's not as emotionally focused. It's just like a head over heart decision, like, okay, it's time for me to choose myself, regardless of the context that it's pertaining to. But apparently this was a cerebral situation where a person was actually under attack that forced them into a position where they had to choose an intellectual response to something that maybe wasn't strictly intellectual for them, that entails a lot of weight to pick up as you go too, which is super super important to pay attention to within the context. I'm hearing rest for a fire sign, Four of Swords, Queen of Wands. There's also something here about a Queen of Wands being put to rest. Someone's literally tired from battle, tired from like shoving around, picking up where they wanted to go and having to settle in and not knowing like how to convey like what they really need, and just having to plop down and be like, "Ooh, I'm tired," like that's pretty much this vibe. I'm getting here, this is important, I'm getting here that someone tried to put a Queen of Wands creative energy to rest, but it only made them relax. That's funny. It's like they relaxed a bit on their production, I heard, but someone was trying to like dead what it is that they were doing, and they're at a stalemate here because the whole point was to stop them from working and they didn't. I don't understand people who try to stop others from working when they could just focus on the work that they're doing. You know, it's like, why be an encumbrance? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles is coming to this person who took their time and like really made sure that they stuck to a schedule that was appropriate for them. I heard reshuffling a lot, reshuffling and having to reshuffle and reshuffle, and the Queen of Wands is coming out again at the bottom of the deck with the Two of Swords. I just heard intuitively someone tried to end the Queen of Wands, which is like a person who is in their creative energy, in their flow of, you know, creative manifestation. They're just like, they're in it. They're like really in the know. Like they know exactly where they are. They know why they're there. They're not bothered, you know. Yeah, go big or go home, by the way. I know my thermos is gigantic, but shout out to Stanley Cups. So yeah, I'm getting Eight of Wands energy again. Someone really tried to burden this person and they couldn't, and now they're burdened. So that's ridiculous. But yeah, the energy there is like someone really tried to get this person into a stressed energy because they wanted to return them to a past state to keep them traumatized, is what I'm getting from this energy. But the trauma didn't stick. They already healed from it. Why would you try to re-traumatize the person who's healed? What kind of a sick person does this to a person? Yeah, you see, this, okay, yeah, Queen of Swords with the Four of Wands, they're in an affiliation that expects people to do this in order to like position themselves strategically in a place that it doesn't belong to them and never did. With the Seven of Swords at the bottom, their arts are in the art of deception, and they're falling apart. This card wants to come out reverse as a result of it. But there is an institution built on dispositioning people or depositioning people in order to take their spots. It's like, okay, if we can get this person to like fall out of the way, we can just put our feet there. And then that'll be our spot. And then they won't have anything to say. It's that kind of work. And people do have jobs like that. Putting people out of their positions and creating apathy so people give up on their purposes is a full-time job for organized crime, for example. Because how else would people want to deal with them if they have no one left to deal with? And then organized crime steps up and says, "Whoa, look at that. There's no one else. I guess you have to pick me." That's usually what people do because they don't know what else to do. They're at an impasse. But the Ten of Pentacles in reverse coming out as their result is a show of what it really gave them to do that. And there's a King of Swords here. I'm hearing Capricorn King of Swords. Experienced with the Ten of Pentacles upside down. Oh. We have someone who is experienced in dodging responsibilities from the system. That's what's coming out in this reading here. And they rushed, and now they're worried about a debt that they have to pay. They heard taxes on a debt. Whatever they were trying to do is not going to be resolved this particular way. There's a Queen of Wands at the bottom of that reading, with a Queen of Swords coming out first and foremost, head right. On a diagonal though. Why on a diagonal? Okay, so this person is the truth, but it's leaning a bit because this person is also not being told the truth about the support that they have by this King of Swords Capricorn. This King of Swords Capricorn may have been working with a Queen of... Oh, wait a second. Okay, two stories. Possibly two stories that are resonating here. A Queen of Wands could have been trying to interrupt a thing that was going on between the Capricorn King of Swords and a Queen of Swords, which was like Aries... not Aries, and Aries could have been one of the signs of this person, but... Or like, you know, an equal or a placement or something in midheaven could have been something like that. But I'm getting Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energy here for this particular Queen of Swords. with the Ace of Pentacles right near her. The Two of Swords is stalemate, where she called something into question here and no one had anything to say. And then there's also the Queen of Wands energy at the bottom, who could have been an interference to them. But I'm also getting that there's an experienced woman who's been helping this guy calm the system to his detriment, because she's actually the one who hurt him. And then there's a Queen of Wands like healing this person. That's another story that I got with the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, we're getting happy home vibes for that second story, which is with this Queen of Swords, who's actually a Leo. I just intuited, was trying to disrupt, because she didn't actually want this person to make it to a Ten of Pentacles with anyone else. She was hoping that this guy was going to be... Oh my god. Listen, okay, there could be an energy here. Oh, that made me sick. There is a thing that I need to tell you guys that I happen to know is true, real, and a situation that people do in cities. I don't know where they are. I don't know if it happens everywhere like this, but when people want a sure kind of way to make money, they purposely disable people to con the system for money. But the way that they do it is not just by breaking a person's leg and saying, okay, you're disabled, so now you'll have payment for the rest of your life, you'll be fine. They'll actually sexually assault them, psychotically break them, and then force them to live like that for the rest of their lives. And I know that there are people in organized crime who do this because when they first enter a country, they can't speak English and don't know how to secure their finances. So this is something that they do. This person has a 10 of cups, much to the detriment of the people who were hoping they were going to be their disabled cash cow for the rest of their lives. So this person is actually feeling probably shocked at how okay they really are compared to what other people taught them was normal. So God bless them and God heal them, because they deserve all the healing and comfort that they could ever ask for. Yeah, this is there's a true... What is not true about this? The story is true. Oh, okay. Hidden information. Yeah, okay. That's the Ace of Swords Spirit said that's the truth. It's hidden information. Well, that's private. I mean, whoever this resonates for, you don't have to come in the comment section saying, this is me, this is my story. Don't do that. But know that I understand you. Know that I get it. I get what is happening here, and it's one of the things that needs to be addressed here, because people deserve their justice. What do we do this for? It's justice, obviously. What else would we be doing this for? Yeah, they're in a very proud energy, this group that does this, because they're like, well, what are you too good for money? It's like, I'm too good, yes, for that kind of shit to be laid on my spirit. And that's the type of attitude everyone should have, because you are too good for other people's convoluted ideas of success to be laid on your spirit. And now they're in... This wanted to come up upright. Upright because they made it from a deceptive position to now being stuck addressing the truth of who they are and what they do. They are now in a mental prison with 8 of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, well, you're gonna hire? Yeah, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. There's no apprenticeship that's gonna save you here. There's no hiring another one. I'll hire one of your young guys who won't get arrested to do it. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. So there's another card that wanted to come out. Is there anything else, Holy Spirit, that we want to address here? This is pretty good information. Thank you, angels, for presiding here and for protecting me from the deck split on a 7 of Swords and a King of Swords. Gemini. Gemini is stuck because he doesn't know how he's gonna attack someone, but he's planning it. He's got these 7 of Swords stuck behind his back. Yeah, no, I heard he's going to be deceptive about money. He's going to be deceptive about a promise about money and pretending to love. Two of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups. This person who is trying, this Gemini specifically is trying to attack someone and they're leaving them high and dry. I heard, well, you can rely on someone else. Geminis are very fickle emotionally about who they let rely on them. I'm going to say that. They're great at business, but there is a Gemini here looking to spiritually and psychically and intellectually make their way into an emotional attack with someone, and I rebuke that. Mind, body, and soul from the energy, because who needs that? Who needs that childishness? Say it with your chest, Gemini, since you guys rule the lungs, right? Take it from a Scorpio. We don't have time for emotional manipulation, right? Or I should say, take it from somebody who was born with a birth chart that says they're a Scorpio. I have a lot more fire and air in my chart, I can promise you. We don't like that, okay? I also probably have a lot more water in my chart than I realize either. Who even knows? I don't know my birthday. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know my birthday. So, Eight of Cups. Yeah, this person has no plans. This Gemini has no plans to be emotionally invested in something. They're planning on making a grand exit or something, but like no one's actually looking for them. It could also be an energy of a Gemini leaving a situation entirely, much to their benefit, which is even better energy. I love that. That's more important. If that's your energy and that's what resonates for you, very nice. Very good. You deserve that. Yeah, seven of Wands coming in this way. This is giving me uphill battle energy. There could be some air signs, some air sign energy that wants to leave a situation. They're planning on it. They did it. They got away from something. They succeeded. And now they feel like they have to, like, from some sideways energy that doesn't really matter, have to defend their turf because it is actually their turf. And in the name of Osiris from the Warriors, yes, it's all our turf. But, like, if it's someone's private domicile, no, the hell it's not. So get with the program, I guess. If you're bothering any Geminis who are in their private domicile, you shouldn't be doing that. And I think you know that. And I think that's why you're doing it. And I think that's why you should stop. Anyway, any closing messages? Let's close this reading out. Let's close this reading out here. It's getting late. Queen of Swords wants to pop out of the deck again, but I heard Aquarius Gemini energy. Could be an Outcast album. Somebody Outcast could be significant. Literally being one or listening to them. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's confirmed it's music. Ain't nobody, don't ask me out, just so fresh, so clean. So somebody could be like smelling good, feeling good, just vibing, really, like with their whole self. Like they just feel good about themselves. They feel okay. That is a really good energy to have, by the way, because Lord knows that is not easy to maintain when you're surrounded by people who are jealous of you with Five of Cups in reverse at the bottom. They're just like, oh, look at this one. I could cause a loss for them, but I don't care. Yeah, listen. If you care, you care. Say it with your chest, like I said, right? But we're not here for any petty stuff. We're here to be cultivating and growing and spiritually activating ourselves. So, there you go. Anything else, Spirit? I heard, okay. Reading done. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like my videos, and check out the tech-based content, which is coming soon. Stay balanced. Love you guys. Bye.